The Premier League title race is heating up. The thought of Chelsea winning a Premier League again, I don't even want to talk about it. It's a scary feeling. Liverpool look extremely good, and Arsenal have had a bit of a dip. Who will win the Premier League? I've changed my opinion quite often. 1 minute, I think Arsenal have got all the fundamentals and all the capabilities to go and chase down Liverpool. And I've always remained my opinion on the January transfer window will have a massive, massive part to play when it comes to this title race. But there is one team, you know for a fact, they will be busy in the transfer window, whether that's getting rid of players, whether that's signing players. And I personally believe a centre-back, a ball-playing centre-back, someone like Bastoni or Gahey, and maybe a number 9 or a goalkeeper, and they are very, very close. And that's Chelsea. Liverpool have been there, seen it and done it. They've got the Trents, they've got the Salahs, the Van Dijks, the Allisons, the Robertsons, a core group of winners that have been there for year after year after year. Champions Leagues, Premier Leagues, FA Cups, League Cups, Club World Cups, Super Cups. They have won it all. But Chelsea are a new team on the block. And do not underestimate one thing, and I will get to that. Make sure you go down, smash a like. Make sure you have subscribed to the channel. We are closing in on 33,000. We are just under 700 away. So big up to everyone. We've had something like 500 subscribers in the last week or so. So big up to all of you. Now, this Premier League title race for me is going to go to the wire again. I said this last season. I thought Arsenal would do it. I thought Man City would fold. This season, it's almost like we've got 4 teams in there. Well, 3, because I don't necessarily think Manchester City are anywhere near the level. And I want to start with Chelsea. Excuse me. I want to start with Chelsea because they are, at the moment, the most dominant team in the final third. They've scored more goals than any other side. And the one thing that they have, which the Liverpools and the Arsenals do not have, is this blessing in disguise is so underrated. And do you know what that blessing in disguise is? That blessing in disguise is the Conference League. Knowing the fact that Cole Palmer, that Sancho, that Nicholas Jackson will predominantly play 1 game a week up until March, maybe February time, is so underrated. Salah, Saka, Haaland, they have all got to play every single 3 or 4 days. And I understand it's a festival period right now. I understand there's going to be 9 or 10 games for Arsenal, Liverpool, Spurs, City, Man United. All the teams in Europe and Villas are going to have a very, very busy period. But knowing the fact that Cole Palmer can basically play 1 game a week until we get to the latter stage of the Premier League title race is so underrated. And I think you're massively seeing that this season absolutely flourish. You are seeing them at their absolute peak right now. Liverpool, I'll come back to Chelsea in a minute. Liverpool, for me, are still the favourites, right? They're an incredible side. 29 goals scored, 11 against. They are currently top of the Premier League. They are the team to beat. And what a job Arne Slot has done. Mohamed Salah is the best player in Europe right now, closely followed by probably Cole Palmer and Vinny Jr. He is absolutely exceptional. And they've won a lot of big games this season where they've beaten Real Madrid without a Salah goal. They've beaten Leverkusen without a Salah goal. They've beaten Leipzig without a Salah goal. You know, they beat AC Milan without a Salah goal, I believe. So they're not just Salah FC. They are a very, very, very good side. The best defense in Europe for me right now. They are absolutely insane. They really, really are. The organisation between McAllister, between Curtis Jones, Gravenberch for me, alongside Caicedo, those 2 have been the best centre mids in the Premier League, and Cole Palmer has probably been the best 10. But the thought of Chelsea winning a league title is absolutely... I hate Arsenal with an absolute vengeance, as well as West Ham. But Chelsea, for me, are the ones that I just can't stand. They are a football club which, you got the 3-point lane stuff, I despise them. The fact they could win the league, the fact that they are in a title race. We're 15 games in, and they are 4 points off of top. Let's say, for whatever reason, Liverpool do slip up at Goodison Park. They're 4 points away. If Arsenal are in a title race and Chelsea have scored more goals and got more points so far, then why are Chelsea not? I understand that we haven't really seen them into the latter stages of the season, and Arsenal will come alive. But Chelsea, for me, they're going to go out and spend in January. And if they bring in a centre-back, I don't think they'll bring a goalkeeper in this January. But if they bring in a centre-back and a number 9 alongside Jackson, it could be a wrap. If they go and get a Victor Osimhen, it could be a wrap. Liverpool, for me, they are still favourites. No ifs, buts, or maybes. They're the best team in the league. The points don't lie. The results don't lie. 5 wins out of 5 in the Champions League. They're in a League Cup quarter-final. They are absolutely bossing teams right now. The one question mark I do have about this title race is, will City, Arsenal, and Liverpool allow Manchester City back into it? If Manchester City are within 6 points in January and they go out and buy Zubimendi, they go out and buy another defender and maybe a forward, you do not want to have Manchester City chasing you down in January. So the gap has to extend. Liverpool needs to keep winning games. So do Chelsea. Arsenal, for me right now, they're in a bit of a weird position. They're not really getting a huge amount of consistency right now. They're winning a couple of games and drawing one. They're losing a couple of games and winning one. You look at their last 8 Premier League and look at their last 8 games in all comps. There's a lot of inconsistency in their game right now. You know, Newcastle lost, Inter Milan lost, Chelsea draw, Forest Sporting, West Ham, United win, then another draw. You can't be in a Premier League title race. You can't be in a Premier League title race and have 5 draws. That's 3 more draws than Liverpool, and that's the reason why they are currently 6 points behind. And let's not beat around the bush here. If Liverpool win that game against Everton, that is a massive dagger in the back to Arsenal. Now, Arsenal, for me, they've been there, seen it, and done it in this title race. They haven't won it, but they have been to the very end. So they know what it's like. Whereas this Liverpool team have also been there. Chelsea haven't, though. So there's a little bit of unknown. But I do stand firmly. If Man City are within 6 points, that is a bad position to be in if you're Liverpool, City, or Arsenal. But the fact that we've potentially got a 4-way title race is very exciting for the Premier League. What a weekend for Premier League football. If you're a neutral fan, you saw a Chelsea and Spurs 7-goal thriller. You saw a 5-goal thriller at Old Trafford. You saw a pretty good game of football between Fulham and Arsenal. Liverpool have come off this weekend the absolute best, and they've not even played. Arsenal and City both dropped points. Liverpool fans must be absolutely loving life right now. They must be loving life. Genuinely. Like, they've not played a game of football, and they've won. That's absolutely insane. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, or City? I'm going to say right now, I do think Liverpool would do it. But if Chelsea go out in the summer, the way they're playing against teams right now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. That team, the way they played against us, they look a serious threat. Cole Palmer playing absolutely out of his skin right now. The audacity to do that penalty. The likes of Jadon Sancho. You know, what Enzo Maresca is doing with that team. The other day when he crucified Madueke and said, your training's not good enough. He's done that on a high. That's an underrated bit of management that's just gone under the radar. Arne Slot right now as well. We've got to give him huge credit. He's top of the Premier League. He's top of the Champions League. They got a fixture against Girona, and they've had Kanate rested up. He may be back from injury. Trent should be fully fit by then. And this Liverpool side have been absolutely flawless this season. Absolutely flawless. 1 defeat in something like 21 games. That is incredible. Let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you have subscribed. This title race is going to be... It's going to go all the way to the wire. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. I am